All right, y'all. It is Wednesday, January the 15th. All right, y'all. Best word I can think of for how I feel right now is ready. Just ready. I am ready on either side. I am ready all around. Okay. For those of us that have been following along for a while and have been watching the pieces since the 6th, the big 6th, we are feeling that we are at the, you know the point where you're baking the cake and you're toothpicking it. Like we're at that toothpick point. And for some people, it is rocking you off your nerves. I get it. For the ones that are already anxious and already predisposed to feeling depressed and devastated, I get it. It's hard for y'all. And for those of us that are on this side where we're feeling calm. And don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about denial, because I think there's a fine line that a lot of people aren't differentiating between. Denial is me sitting here promising you things. I'm not promising you anything. I'm showing you a door, and I'm showing you the pieces and what I see and what makes sense to me. And not just me, a lot of people. And you can hop in on that or not, but that door is there. It is a technicality, a legal availability, and the question is, will it be opened? That's the question. And you can stand on either side of that argument. Oh, they're never going to do anything. Versus, nah. I mean, the Easter eggs are getting, pretty bright and Eastery. You've got the guy. What was it? Oh gosh, I'm going to say his name wrong. I'm so bad with the names. Is it? I want to say Jake Sullivan, and then that sounds like a name from Scandal. Wasn't that a Scandal? God damn it. Anyway, you've got this guy talking about hinting at impossible things, because we've seen a lot of impossible-ish, again, paraphrasing, but that is a big deal for someone in that capacity to even float that concept. You've got, you guys are picking up on it. You got your Biden, right? And in all these ending speeches, you've got the ceasefire deal that came about, where return of hostages, all that, and the Dark Brandon, right, just continues. He's not referring to the incoming team by name. He's not saying the Dumpty administration. He's saying the team, the administration, and we're getting a lot of that from Team Blue in general. We're getting a lot of the team, the administration. I want to say incoming administration. And they refer to it that way, but not by name. They've been doing it for a little while, but y'all are starting to pick up on it now and going, wait a minute, they're not saying a name. I'm like, yes, they haven't been saying a name for a while now. Which, again, just interesting. Just interesting. All might mean nothing. And if it all means nothing, I'm ready for that too. And I want to say thank you to my friends out there who are pointing that out, because that is what we are about here. We are about all of the above. Plan A, plan B, plan C. Okay? So if that door is not opened, darling, I am ready to be motherfucking petty, and y'all know it, and I'll be right here to talk about it. Like, I will be one of the first ones to tell you exactly how bad it can get, because those of us who have seen the underside of the shoe and know how bad it can be, we could tell you, but I'm not doing that right now. See, the mongerers can look forward to that. Okay. Potentially. They're going to love me then, or maybe they'll hate me. Like, all right, she's going kind of hard. I just wanted people to get a little upset so I could get some clicks. She's actually like pointing it out. Yeah, I can do that, but that's not what I see for the moment. So, we shall see what happens. But y'all picked up on Miss Ma'am, the vibe again at the ceasefire talk, where what you cooking? What you cook, like, professional, clean, solemn enough, but that whole time just sitting on something visibly. Okay, the stuff with the house tour in DC, where some folks are like, oh, she's being petty by not letting Vance tour, and I'm like, nah, she's not petty. I'm petty. She's not petty. She's not standing in the way of anything. So that doesn't feel like petty to me. That kind of feels like why when I'm not moving, or, you know, when they're not moving in, but maybe not, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying, but yeah. So I'm just feeling ready. I feel like we're going to continue to see these pieces and dominoes. I'm glad to see other folks, older white men, hopping in and saying these things, because for some reason that always takes off overnight. Like, we've been saying this for months and I've gotten some traction. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, but it's always interesting to me to watch when it's like an older white person that hops on and is like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say that I agree with this, and that shit takes right the fuck off. Because everybody takes that at face fucking value, and I'm not complaining. I just want the message to get out there. But it's funny because it happens every time. We're like, man, like, you know, I had to scrape for every single one of you, and y'all just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to get on camera today, and done. They're like, and now I'm making $30,000 a month. I'm like, you just learned how to operate the camera. I mean, I'm not that far behind. Look, all right, anyway. Yeah, and honestly, look, I don't want the regime to get in, but like, part of me, the silver lining of the opportunity to be petty with those fuckers and give them a taste of what they gave us for almost a decade, like, I would kind of like a little bit of that. So this thing where they keep hoping we're gonna get depressed and devastated, like they just want to, like, that's what they want, including some of the people that are supposed to be on our side. And like I said, watch out, because if this regime does get in, those people are the ones that are turning other people in. All right, so like, watch it. But okay, you're not gonna get it from me. You know, you're not gonna get it from me. Would I be mad? Fuck yeah, I would be mad, but I'm not gonna be depressed and devastated. I'm ready to get my hat and my pitchfork. Let's go. I'm ready to be insufferable while petitioning Canada to take us in. So I mean, all the blue states that make money, we are out of here, and we will let the brokey red states support themselves. I mean, so anyway, I'm just trying to explain to y'all why I'm feeling ready. And I want to say positive. I hesitate to use certain words. I try so hard not to like make promises. You notice I don't come on here and say this day, this time, and then I have to come back and say, okay, maybe not, because that's not even realistic to me, honestly. I try to be realistic. If something doesn't make sense, I'll say so. If I can't figure where something fits in, okay. If I give a timeline, it's a timeline. It's a guess. We don't know, and I say it a lot, speculation. But yeah, I try very hard not to do the rapture-ish, because I grew up in that, and I know what it's like to be told something, and then you got to backpedal. But yeah, y'all, I think, are starting to sense it, starting to smell it, starting to see it. There's just too much. And at this point, the question is finally moving away from if something was done and if something was wrong to, is anyone going to do anything or not? They're not going to do anything because they don't have the balls. And like, it's kind of, that's where it is. It's, even the bots are saying shit like, well, maybe she did it too then. What if you found that she did stuff too? Like, that's their new defense is, well, what about you guys, huh? If you guys were found that you did stuff, what about that? Like, okay, cool. See, we're not like you. We're cool with like the truth. We don't need special carve outs for our side. That is a y'all thing with your rules for everyone else but us. Okay. With your junk drawer. Like, this dude showed up drunk to the interview, and they will absolutely confirm him because what is right? It's not funny. Yeah, I don't believe that Jack Smith, Miss Ma'am, etc. are watching this happen and they're like, yeah, we're just going to be like dealing with this 4 years from now. No, I'm sorry. And the look on her face recently, you cannot convince me, because she's holding it in, baby. She's holding it in.